Lizzie Buchan, the Mirror's political editor. You might not be able to see, but I am in Tokyo. We've just landed on a flight from Shanghai, and we're here for a whistle-stop visit. The Prime Minister is meeting the Japanese Prime Minister for talks, and we're here, essentially, we're going to have dinner, and then we're going to get on the flight back to the UK. So it's been a quite frantic few days. I don't know if you've been following on with my videos. We arrived in Beijing on Wednesday. The Prime Minister held talks with Xi Jinping, which appeared to go quite well. The Chinese president really rolled out the red carpet for the PM, as both sides agreed that they needed closer ties and to sort of build alliances in an increasingly uncertain world. So the Prime Minister would have been happy with the reception that he got, and when he came and spoke to me and some of the other journalists afterwards, he told us that the pair had bantered a bit about football before having a nearly 3-hour meeting. So he managed to get a few gains, so progress on visa-free travel for Brits wanting to visit China, tariffs on whiskey are going to be reduced from 10% to 5%, so cheers to that for the Scotch whisky industry, and some real progress as well on lifting sanctions on British MPs who've been sanctioned by the Chinese government. So some real successes for the PM, but there were some really tricky conversations as well about human rights and about the Ukraine war, China's sort of support for Russia there. So it's a complicated relationship, but the PM has made it clear that he sees the ice age that grew under the Conservatives is no longer sustainable, and Britain and China need to pursue closer ties. So a whistle-stop visit. We're in Japan for a short while, and then we'll be heading back to the UK, where no rest for the wicked. The Prime Minister will be facing all sorts of other questions about an upcoming by-election in Greater Manchester, where Labour faces a really difficult battle with reform. So plenty to follow there.
ただいまから日英共同記者発表を執り行います。まず高市内閣総理大臣からご発言いただき、続いてスターマー首相から。
My visit here today comes at a time when geopolitical, economic and technological shocks are literally shaking the world. And that matters deeply to the British people, because these international events increasingly come crashing into our daily lives. So our response together must be one of strength and clarity, deepening our resilience, our powers and our alliances to better serve our people. Now, I remember the state banquet that His Majesty the King held for His Majesty the Emperor at Buckingham Palace in 2024. And His Majesty the King said then that our two nations are friends like no other. And I'm proud to say that this relationship is the strongest now that it has been in decades. Finding new opportunities to work together on space, and launching today a new cyber strategic partnership to improve our cybersecurity and protect our economies. So we're going to work together to support the institutions which help to provide the stability and predictability that our countries need to flourish. That includes expanding the CPTPP and deepening its cooperation with the EU. And it includes building more diversified supply chains in key areas such as critical minerals. Ultimately, this is how we will make our economies more resilient and how we will deliver economic prosperity and security for our people.
ありがとうございました。以上をもちまして共同記者発表を終了いたします。プレスの皆さんは両首脳が退場するまでそのままでしばらくお待ちください。
ありがとうございました。
欧州大西洋とインド太平洋安全保障日英の協力はこの不可分性を象徴しています。安全保障面では グローバル戦闘航空プログラム、
EU, again, we had a fantastic first meeting last year, and it's really, can you hear me? It's a real pleasure to be here, and thank you for such a warm welcome and greetings to the whole of your delegation. It is a real pleasure to be here. We share a firm commitment to economic growth, building on our flourishing trading relationship worth £33 billion and supporting 150,000 jobs in the United States. I believe firmly that the Euro-Atlantic security and Indo-Pacific security are indivisible. So thank you very much for having me here.